What's happening? It's nephew Courtenay. I gotta get really special guest today. Mr. Tabari Daniels. Thank you, man.
Thank you. It's a pleasure, man. Look at this. You made it. I feel like I done made it now.
No, we made it. But we going. We going away. We on the way. Thank you, man. Thank you. I'm sorry. Hey, this is crazy. I got Tabari on the show. How crazy is this? Man, how weird is this for you being on a show like, me interviewing the interviewer?
You know what? I think what's incredible about this is I've known you a long time. Watch you ball in the park and basketball and everything else.
Yeah.
So the fact that you are staying following a dream, even if it's a different dream, but the fact that you're staying focused on a dream and continuing to work forward, that inspires me as a person who's seen you do so much. And I think a lot of times, as adults or as just regular people, we don't pay attention to the growth of a person. We get so caught up on what they used to do that we don't see and pay attention to what they're doing now and where they're going now. You know what I'm saying? So I just appreciate the fact that you continue to grow, continue to evolve. That's what it's all about.
I appreciate it. I'm gonna get back to my roots with the hoops and the youth and all that.
Okay.
But this was just a new avenue I had to tackle, and it's something I can also show them that it's not just about the ball.
Yeah, that's right.
So I thank you though. I appreciate that. I feel that's flattering. I feel flattered. Good. It's motivational too though. Yeah. So about your show, I can take some notes from you. Like how do you have cue cards on your show?
No, man. When I started doing radio when I was 17, bro.
Yeah.
17. So I've done it so much. I have an idea of where I want my audience to go.
Okay.
So there's certain things that I know I'm going to say based off of taglines and station identification and that sort of thing.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, I know that what's going on right now, we've got a hurricane, so I know I'm going to talk about a hurricane. I know we're going to talk about voting. I know I'm going to talk about the fact that I'm an endorser for Wendy's, so there's some products I'm endorsing for them, and I know I'm going to also encourage people to there's traffic and all cruising the coast this weekend. So
Awareness, good awareness.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I gotta make sure we're working on ads too.
Okay.
We getting some sponsors.
That's right.
We're working on that.
Okay.
It's coming. But I gotta make sure.
Surely.
Yeah, but also I don't think I can. So I'm gonna take your advice.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I can tell you, I'm gonna sit down is if you're west, if you're over there by Galvin, you need to go and get up out of there. Y'all over the ground just like this be airing Sunday. This be airing around the time, so they better get up out of there.
Right.
Lake Charles better get up out of there.
That's
New Orleans, if it spit 2 times over there, they in trouble. So they just better be on the lookout. I think we good missed us.
Okay.
I ain't gonna lie, I was kind of looking forward to getting a little FEMA check. So I missed it.
I don't think they want to give us no more checks, man. The way we've gone through COVID and everything else, they don't want to give us no more checks.
Man, the money ain't trickling down.
Yeah, I know.
That's crazy. Man, so did you naturally have, how did you get the radio voice?
Radio voice.
You talk like that normal though.
I do, yeah. I don't necessarily have a voice that I'm talking. It's normally my regular voice. You know what? My grandfather, Sandy Daniels, he was in the army, did some drill instructor stuff in the army, whatever. Had a very deep voice, very the clarity, military guy, and hard nose and everything. But he had a deep voice.
Yeah.
So I think I get that from my father's side.
I got you.
And obviously my dad has an incredible bassy voice and the clarity there. So I have my son has a deep voice. Yeah. So I think it just comes from that line, and then as you start talking more and projecting more, it's like an instrument. The more you play it, the more you start using it and getting a little bit more texture with it. So I think that's That's what it did. Just over and over again, listening with headphones and recording different things and different sounds and increasing the treble of my voice or listening to the bass of my voice. Then starting to augment sounds and impersonate people and talking like I'm an old lady sometimes, or maybe I'm talking like somebody else, or impersonating a voice. So it's just.
So I guess I gotta start talking more because around my mom, I would never ever get a word in. That's why I gotta talk so now I get to say what I want to say. So I always had to listen as a kid.
Right.
I never got to get a word in, but I see that I'm gonna just start practicing.
Right.
More. That means you can make music too. Then.
Yeah.
You can do all you sing. Huh?
I sang some. I got a scholarship. I got a scholarship to school. Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Before I got into radio, I was really a hard-nosed artist, and I still do music too. But I ended up getting a scholarship. Went to USM. Eventually graduated there.
Okay.
And just used to read music, all that stuff.
Wow, okay. So you was a music buff. Okay, that's what I normally have is rappers on my show. I'm happy to broad up. I'm like, Tabari, Yeah. So that's dope. I still got a rapper low key on the.
Okay, don't get me started. Don't get them grab the mic and get in the cipher real fast, man. Look,
we need to. We'll talk about some stuff. We got some ideas. But yeah, man, tell me about some other productions you done. I know you've been in plays. I know we talked about that.
Yeah. Well, just most recently, I guess about a month ago, I was in a television series that should be coming out sometime, probably next year.
Okay.
Called Leverage 2.0, starring Aldous Hodge and a few other people as well.
Wow.
So I was in that recently. It's been a little tough this year because of COVID, obviously. Yeah. I produced a play along with David Chapman, who's a local playwright and actor in his own right as well, incredibly talented. We produced a play at Center Stage right there in Biloxi called The Meeting, which is basically a fictitious conversation between Malcolm X and Dr. King, where they kind of debate the difference of philosophy and all. That turned out incredibly well.
Yeah, did you play Malcolm in it?
I did.
You did. You look like Malcolm back then, boy. I knew when you walked in. I knew you look like Malcolm running. You in character. That's why you get to see. You probably don't have the beard. The beard's been in the last.
Man, look, don't have the beard
game. Use the beard game?
I did. I'll go patch it. So, but right here, and I had a little goatee thing going.
I knew it right now. You got that, boy. You look like Malcolm.
A little bit,
God, boy.
But
between the scene with the chopper on the end. Did you do that?
I didn't do that. I wanted to, but by the time I remember to do that, it was over with, and we was changing. I was like, okay.
Okay, I love Malcolm. Can you tell me some things that you may have learned about Malcolm?
Oh wow.
Or it's something that you encounter playing him?
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I think a lot of people don't understand about the whole dichotomy of Malcolm and Martin is that there needed to be a Malcolm X in order to ensure the success of Dr. King. So the thing is, Dr. King was obviously advocating peaceful protest and obviously advocating, the unity and everything else. However, Malcolm X was saying, no, it's by any means necessary. And if you do something to threaten my family, then I'm going to threaten your family. So in many respects, the white supremacist system at the time, they had to support the idea of MLK, because if they didn't, then the idea of Malcolm X would be a lot more prevalent. And too many Negroes thinking self-defense and thinking fighting back would really throw off the power base and the power structure of the country and communities. So if you even look at how it happened, they had to assassinate Malcolm first, so that at that point,
defense.
Right.
If you kill Martin Luther King first, Malcolm, the Nation of Islam is.
Oh man, not just the Nation of Islam, but just think about the fact that when they killed MLK, there were riots all over the country, you know, because again, here you are, a peaceful man has been killed. And Malcolm X at the time was saying, all right, see, they didn't kill somebody, all he did was you know, advocate peace. So obviously we cannot have any peace, you know, and at that
all
point,
hell break loose.
all hell gonna break loose, you know.
They had to make the
it had to be, if you look at strategically, there had to be the strategy of taking out Malcolm first before Dr. King.
Makes so much sense. Not to get on to the white folks, but I always had that theory about even with JFK and Bobby. You know,
Right.
They killed.
JFK.
Bobby was the ones that was after him. You know, JFK went along with it, to my knowledge, with the mafia.
Oh, okay.
The mafia killed JFK first. And so they ensured that Bobby didn't have, you know, a defense. So they would have killed Bobby, then JFK would have came after the mob for sure. JFK was gonna let him operate. Bobby was the one that went after the mob.
So man, you look, we about to turn this into a whole conspiracy theory show right now.
They gonna come after. They gonna come after us. I'm like, get down with this.
We can go down some rabbit holes up in here.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was in a whole bunch of different plays. We did that, and I was also there's a local playwright by the name of Frankie Lee Burks. A while back we did her play called A Lie Don't Care Who Tell It. David Chapman, who I mentioned earlier, we did a play called Stop the Funeral that turned out really well. I've been in a lot of standard plays, A Raisin in the Sun, Fences, The Piano Lesson.
Classics.
Yeah,
that's dope. So you got like a catalog. That's dope.
I guess it is like almost like a catalog.
Yeah. If you had not perfect, I'm sure that in playing Malcolm, like that's like a dream role.
That was a dream, but the trouble about that is, you know, you don't want to play him in a way that is comical, you know, where it comes off like a caricature. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You want to play him as a person. You want to play him and understand that it goes deeper than just bang me is necessary. Malcolm has so many layers. You know, he's a father. He's a person that's concerned about his children. He's a person that's dealing with the idea that his dream, you know, for African independence it may not be realized. He's also a person dealing with the fact that you know, at this point he's been excommunicated from the Nation of Islam.
Dealing with that hurt.
So it's so many levels of emotional distraught that also have to be portrayed.
Yeah, wow, that's deep. That's deep. If you could play, what would, other than Malcolm, because I know that's a dream, that's dope.
That's dope.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna check this out too.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna check this out. I mean, I'm intrigued. I'm a fan. So like, I think I got the fire.
Let's go.
Yeah. Let's go. But if you could play any other like a dream role or role, what would it be other than Malcolm? Like,
you know what? That's tough. Cause I feel like there's so many I haven't played. But if I could pick,
that's more so that was on the damn cue card. I asked you about the cue cards.
If I could pick, I wouldn't mind playing Bob Marley. I wouldn't mind playing Bob Marley. I wouldn't mind playing some sort of jazz legend, whether it's Duke Ellington, or Cab Calloway, or somebody that's, you know, them.
So you could be playing an instrument with, you know, showing you. Wow, that's dope.
Show some range in it.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, that's dope, man. To talk about some like philanthropy that you guys do, and you like for the youth, for the kids.
Oh yeah. Well, a lot of things when it comes to me, I'm really passionate about kids. Just love kids. So I've done a lot of things, partner up with a lot of church groups. With St. Teresa's Catholic Church, we've done things as far as the Kid Olympics and all that.
Wow, okay.
But with the radio station, we've done Baby Olympics, where we have toddlers come out and do different events. Voter registration. I'm also on the member of the MLK Coastwide Celebration Committee that brings all the MLK celebrations down. So we do a youth summit, encouraging the bands to come out as well.
How important is it for our youth and our people to vote?
Oh man, well you know, right now we got an incredibly large election, and I don't it's gonna sound cliche to even bring it up because you're hearing it everywhere. This year's an historic election. You're hearing that so much.
Yeah.
But the importance is that you've got to get your people in place to do the things you need them to do. That's what it boils down to, And then right now we're talking about the president. Well, that president is there because there's been a roadwork of all these local people that's been voting and moving and shaking and getting people in place.
Yeah.
And then now he's like at the top. You know what I'm saying? So don't get it twisted when you're thinking that.
What we have to do is move those numbers.
Right.
I understand.
Those local elections lead to those regional appointments and lead to those state elections and then lead to the national appointments as well. It's not just, okay, I'm gonna vote for the president and that's it, or my vote don't count. It's you have to vote all the time. You've got to vote for the county supervisor, Kent Jones. You got to vote for.
So they have the influence because they're the next guys up.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And a lot of those same guys are planning to move up. Some of those people that we put in place now on the city council may end up being the mayor, or may up thinking, hey, let me go ahead and be a senator, or all those people that you're putting in place now, you're constantly moving them up based off of your vote, based off of what it is they're doing for your community and everything else. So it's a constant process. And then there's a lot of people who say, they got issues with voting and saying it don't count, but I feel like if you can hit like and share and watch those number of views like it's really a big deal,
right,
then you obviously can understand the fact that voting is a big deal.
Every one count.
Right. You mess around and see 1,000 shares and all of a sudden you go crazy because, oh my gosh, I'm viral. Well, imagine 100,000 people voting for a particular person to get in office so they can decide whether or not your children will be able to go to school.
Or 100,000 people not voting.
Right.
And they're taking away from, that so-and-so had 300,000.
Right.
If you just, that 100,000 now we've at least been in a run and have a shot. It takes away the whole, I get it.
Right.
I get it.
It's all connected, man. It's all connected.
I got you.
It really is. And I would love to be able to say, okay, I'm running for senator. And now nephew Courtenay is running for mayor.
Yeah.
So I'm coming down from Washington so I can support you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then you got somebody that might be a homeboy or somebody they running for constable.
Yeah.
But we getting all of our people in place in that support.
That's right.
That's what it comes down to.
I'm with it. I see the plan.
Mm-hmm.
I see it. So yeah, man. Off this, David, that's important. My show supposed to be a little silly. We got 2-6.
Okay.
Let's
turn up then.
We're gonna be here with my sports, man. What you think? You a LeBron fan?
You know what? I want LeBron to win. Now I'm gonna say something that's probably gonna be controversial.
That's what we here for.
I think LeBron is on the cusp of outdoing Jordan.
I think so.
Now I'm saying this is why I say that because I got friends of mine that we go back and forth. This is why I say that. I'm not taking nothing away from Jordan at all.
This is true.
And he's got he's got the 6 rings and everything else. But when you look at what LeBron is asked to do for his team every year, right, for multiple teams, and at this point multiple conferences, he's asked to do more than Jordan is asked to do. He's facilitating, he's getting rebounds, he's carrying the team so that other players on his team can close at the end of the game.
Every year.
And then they always want to bring up, he choked, and Dallas Mavericks. And then, I'm like, if you break down, let's see, this is his 10th season. If you break down all 10 of his championships, let's say his first championship.
Say it's year 17. Sorry, this is his 17th season. But he's been at the finals 10
That's
times. Okay, I got you.
Thank you very
much. 17. For the haters.
Get them straight.
They forget that. All right, keep going.
But if you look at his 10 championships, all right, you go. Let's say 10 championship appearances. His very first one when he went to
nobody counts. Nobody should even count San Antonio. It was 07.
Right.
It was the equivalent to his. It was his
but who else was on his team?
He's 21 years old. He had no business.
Nobody was really on his team, and you carry your team all the way to the championship.
Zerbiak.
Right.
Zal's.
Right. So they wanted to count that loss against him. Okay.
Booby.
So then you take another loss, the one where where Kyrie got hurt, and they went up against Kyrie and Kevin Love got hurt, and he went up against the Warriors, who was at 100%, and he still got at least
35, 13, 9,
right.
and then 7, 3, and 6,
right.
and 5, and 9.
Right.
Crazy, yeah.
It
was because Kyrie got hurt. And the one I look at this, even the one in Miami, which they should have got when Dirk got it, but I also look at this like Dirk had the battle for his legacy too. That was huge for Dirk's career.
Oh yeah,
that was huge. That's so. I put Dirk's two rings. He got 2 done. 1 or 2.
I thought he just had 1. He might have 2. You're right. He might have 2. I can't think of
whatever it is. I think that's more respectable than Kevin Durant's too. I'm gonna
say this: Kevin Durant won't win another ring if LeBron is in the league.
Bro, they better hurt him, put him out, and then I can see him coming in the East and then playing some chumps in the West.
I don't think Kevin Durant has the mental strength, nor the testicular fortitude,
or the knee
to be able to win another ring. Because this is why. If you look at his people his personnel right now, he's got him buzzing right now.
Oh, it's really good, show.
If you look at his coach, Steve Nash right now, no championship experience.
It's gonna be interesting to see.
Also, Kevin Durant is a little sensitive. I don't mean it in a bad way per se, but he takes what people say about him and wears it on his sleeve. Yeah, and he's got another teammate that's like that too with Kyrie.
Earth flat.
And I don't think he's got a coach that can rein that in and be like, okay, you're taking it too seriously. Stay focused.
Yeah.
I don't think if Brooklyn would have gave him somebody that was a little bit more tenured to be his coach, to rein him in.
Yeah, they should have got Thibodeau or something.
They could have got Thibodeau, they could have got Mark Jackson. If they would have waited a week, they could have got Doc Rivers.
They got Doc Rivers. Doc keep a job, man. Don't Doc keep a job. God damn, I need Doc. Who is indeed Doc indeed jumping.
Yeah.
Man.
I'll tell you what. If what's his name? If the Greek Freak decides to leave, and I keep hearing that he might consider going to Miami.
I heard that too. I also heard Golden
That's
State.
Another reason why it's gonna be a wrap for Kevin Durant.
He can also go to Golden State there.
I heard that, but I get the feeling that the league is gonna kind of.
Man, they'll get Draymond up out of there. That's it. And guess what? Draymond might end up with the Lakers or something. Some crazy shit. Basketball done got like wrestling, man.
You're right.
LeBron ain't nothing but Hulk Hogan, man. LeBron ain't nothing but
Hulk Hogan.
Great Hulk Hogan. And you know who Michael Jordan is? It was Ric Flair. That's all it is, man. Over and over, man. That's all. That's a big run to me.
That's right. They just start talking more smack then. Well, you know, brother.
Right then.
We're gonna take the championship once again.
Wait till 2021 back. They got J.R. Smith back. Oh,
that's right.
This finna get like that, man.
This week I had the honor of sitting and talking with Representative Sonia Williams-Barnes, Dr. Belinda Alexander, Judge Melvin Frank, Mr. Kent Jones. So thank you again for talking with me this week.
Melody with the T.
Prime time is coming to JSU.
My chick eating food, baby.
She is so mad at Dr. Drake. She is not playing with him.
She won't.
She is
some
not
money.
playing with him.
Welcome to Sunday Street, the Poppin' Ass Podcast. And that's your favorite host, Wario, man. Motto here. Gonna get our shit together. We're gonna have a good time doing it.
Yo, we back. Nephew Courtenay.
Who? I do not know who he's talking about.
Yeah, I got Tabari on the
I
show.
am someone else. I am from Wakanda.
I got
We have a team, but I do like the storylines of different players. You know, I like obviously I like LeBron's storyline. I'm really starting to feel Jimmy Butler and what he's doing right now, because dude just really, he got, you know, he balling, and he had so much negative energy, you know, that was
about wanting to win.
Right. They in Minnesota, and Philadelphia should have kept him. Then in Chicago, but now he's showing that level of success and really showing his haters that, you know, it's
with some guys that just bought in. So
right. So I like his story. I like what's the guy's name? The dude who plays for Denver.
Oh,
Murray.
Jamal Murray.
Jamal Murray. To me, he just this year was like, man. The way he just, you're right. I mean, I knew it was good. Like,
what you doing? Oh, you want to be good, yeah.
So I'm really liking all of them.
How you like Jokic, the big white boy?
Crazy.
Good. I like watching him play.
Mm-hmm. I tell you what, it's gonna be some heads rolling in Houston though, because you know they fired their coach.
Yeah.
D'Antoni's gone.
Yeah. They might play some defense now.
Right.
They need a big son. That bullshit. I'm sorry, it's my position. That bullshit in 6'5" center, man. That shit ain't gonna work. That shit is not gonna work.
Right.
James Harden, 6'7", he the point guard.
Right.
He bigger than PJ Tucker. Bless PJ Tucker hard, man.
Right.
Lord, PJ Tucker. Pay T for PJ Tucker, man. He needs some more money. Got him battling to get him and Zion. He motherfuckers playing center and shit.
Right.
Man, it's crazy.
I'm gonna say something else.
What's up? Controversy. I got the Tabari on the show, nigga.
Zion ain't gonna play a full season in the NBA.
You think so? Because they got to play in center?
Well, I think because he plays so hard, and unfortunately he's been so, his durability has been in question. Yeah, they're gonna have to load manage him.
Yeah, plus
so,
playing center with it. That's true though. He got hurt in college.
Yeah.
That,
you know, when he the shoe
came off. Yeah. Nice.
So I think that they're gonna be forced to be so. He's gonna play games, and if something happens or he feels sore, they're gonna sit him for a game or two.
Yeah.
Say he got this or got that, just so they can try to keep the leverage, keep him playing as long as they can.
Yeah.
They don't have to.
Yeah, and the Pelicans, they loaded. They pretty talented, you know, with the youth wise. You know what I mean? They got the guy Lonzo Ball. They got was it I can't think of small forward, the tall, skinny Snoop Dogg looking dude.
Oh yeah, I can't remember. I know you're talking about.
Goddamn, we gonna do it now. Him, JJ Redick. You know what I mean? They got that tall 7. It's gonna be interesting to see. I might catch the Pelicans game. I'm rocking with them. Man, can you talk about pretty much the game in between? We talk about a lot of basketball, huh? You know what I'm saying? Yo, how's your son doing?
Oh wow, my son is great, man. I'm incredibly proud. He's at University of Arkansas Monticello now.
Okay.
He's playing ball, working out every day.
Yeah,
student of the game.
Bigger than me now.
But you know, as a father, it's important for me to understand that he's growing as a man as well as a basketball player. You know, you gotta have the triple threat. You gotta be good in your academics, and he's been making great grades with that. So I'm incredibly blessed and proud of him for that. So you gotta have the triple threat. You gotta be good in your academics. Obviously, physically, you gotta be dedicated to the basketball court.
That's right.
As an athlete. But then lastly, your morals and who you are as a person, as a man, and your integrity. You know, so I've just been really, really blessed with that, man. So,
you raised a great young man.
Hey, man.
This my rookie season, and I have a daughter now. So
wow, how's your daughter?
She is a year and 5 days.
Okay, big daddy.
Yeah,
okay.
Appreciate it.
And you know what? We gotta talk about this. You know, Black fatherhood is incredibly, incredibly important, man. And I'm gonna be honest with you, as a person who works in media, we cannot expect a media or a system that's not controlled by us to be balanced when it comes to showing the great fathers that we have out here too. Not saying that black men haven't had our set of issues and done some things wrong. All people have, but there has not been enough balance showing the positivity in black men and what they've done as far as for their own children as well as children in the community. I'm sure you've had coaches who stepped in and trained you, and people that may have been in the church and ushers, or just somebody that knew you and knew your family, and you so and so son, and came up and said a few things to you, or showed up and look after you. Right, you know what I'm saying?
There's in my best interest.
Right. There's a lot of men out there who, by proxy, are always checking in. How you doing, man? What's going on with you? Everything all right? How your grades? And I think that it's incredibly important for us to try to show that a lot more. But as black men and women, we've got to, when we see other black men doing something positive, we got to support them. We got to encourage them. We got to step over and say, all right, what's up, my brother? You good? You all right? It's okay to comment, to compliment another dude.
That's right. That's why I like your shirt.
That's why man, your haircut is busted, bro.
That's why I feel.
Okay, man. Yeah. What is that fragrance? That cologne is fantastic.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we got to do that. It's incredibly important.
Okay. I know you told me you went to school. You got a scholarship. You go to USM for music. Mm-hmm. But when did you know that you wanted to get in the radio?
You know what? I got into radio. Well, first, before I got to USM, I went to Jones County Junior College. When I was there at Jones County Junior College during my 2 years, I ended up getting a side job at WAML, radio station in Laurel. So what happened was the guy that was working there, who I still do some stuff with, he's a consultant for the radio station I'm with now. He let me get on, and all I could do at first was just press buttons. He let me talk, But then eventually...
He did let you talk?
Not yet.
Okay.
There was something that happened, and there was something wrong with the radio station, and one day he allowed me to talk. Yep. Mm-hmm. One day he allowed me to talk, and then it was like, okay, you might be able to talk. Say this. And then all of a sudden it was on from there. So I think that, that's how from 17 on, I ended up getting into radio. And then from there, I went to school to become an artist. But then it kind of, once I started seeing how things work and the business behind it, then it started to,
it wasn't. We know your dad. Shout out, real.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? But we know it wasn't like he just like, son, you gonna do this. It was just like, was it like that or?
No, it wasn't necessarily like that. It was just more. As I was working up there, and he and the guy that hired me were really close. He and his incredible foresight, because we were in the process of gaining our own radio station here on the coast. He had already, thinking as a great father and as a visionary, kind of put me in a position to go ahead and learn some radio stuff, so that by the time I would come home on the weekends, I could work at home or whatever. So
yeah,
it was.
And he knew you was paying attention. You was watching.
Right.
You was always
right.
Okay.
Plus, too, and I guess I don't want to change subject, but there's a lot of artists who are looking to get on the radio and looking to do this, or looking to be entertainers and performers. And I think that it's very, very important that you understand that it don't just happen overnight. Me being on here talking to you right now, I started off when I was 17.
It don't happen overnight.
Right, it don't. It's a process, and you learn stuff, and it's like, okay, this didn't work, this did work, and this works for me, and this is how my instrument works, and this is how my voice sounds. When a lot of you cats are getting together and doing your music, it's not just, I dropped out of school, okay, now I rap. It's gotta be, okay, this is something that's been in me since day one, and I've been practicing. For a lot of these artists that people are following, the ones who are actual artists,
right,
they're ones who have been doing this forever. They've been doing this, it's just all of a sudden they get a break and song gets hot, and now they kind of off to get the contract and they're off to the races. But if you really want to do well with your music, it's not something that you just stop. It's not something that you just on and off. It's a passion. passion in it. It's like just like basketball.
Yeah,
you go to the gym even when you ain't got practice.
It's rain. Used to break engine.
That's right. You know, same thing with artists in the studio. And if you even can't get in the studio, you still write. You still freestyling. You still
don't stop.
You don't stop.
I got you.
You gotta have a passion for it. So when it comes to getting on the radio, which is what I'm trying to bring it back to, if you ain't got a passion to do it, then don't waste anybody's time. You know, because even if you bring me a song, I'm gonna listen to it. I'm gonna give you my honest opinion. I'm gonna probably, either decide to play it or have to bring it in front of some people and play it for them and see what they think.
Yeah.
But and then once I do play it, you still gotta take it and run with it more. Get it to other places and perform it, and you gotta want to push it. You gotta want to nurture it. There's been a lot of times where a lot of people aren't as willing to invest in themselves.
They just write the song. They don't even record it.
Right.
Oh yeah.
So it's important.
Yeah, that's vital information.
Mm-hmm.
They gotta keep going. It don't happen overnight. Grind on stop. It may take 2 or 3 years.
That's right.
For you to just take to get the Memphis.
And you gotta have a passion for it. And it can't just be okay. I can go to the studio or I can get on this Madden real quick, get on this 2K real quick. You know, if you got a passion, it's like, man, I'm not playing no 2K. I got
BBC.
That's right.
You gotta be a beast.
That's right.
Yeah. So you playing artists, switching from playing artist music on the radio? What's your favorite song to play on the radio?
That's a good question. I'm gonna give you 2 parts of that question. First off, right now on the radio, local artists be playing. There's a guy by the name of Chad Cox. He's from Jackson County, I think it is. He got a real dope album out.
Okay.
There's another guy by the name of Young Cannon. We're playing him right now.
Okay.
Plus, a lot of people don't realize that people on the coast that we play on the air aren't just doing rap.
Yeah.
There's another girl from Biloxi who does jazz music that we play.
Wow.
Her name is Shayna Steele.
Okay.
She's done some things back up with Beyonce. A lot of people don't realize it.
Yeah.
But as a radio station, you're playing all types of music. So Shayna Steele stuff we've been playing.
You got some people doing some big things.
There's a guy by the name of Chapter Rhyme who does gospel rap that we played. So there's a lot of local artists that we play, and you just gotta be committed. All the people I named to you, they have been committed to doing music, and many of them have been doing it for a long time. They got the receipts; they can tell you.
Right, and it's not and when they make it, if they make it, it's not gonna be no overnight thing.
Right,
they've been really putting that grind.
Right, they've been putting the grind.
I'll tell you the truth from the story about Young Cannon. Man, I was in probably high school, and I was at some club. I was at 34, some club with the old. The Illusion, remember the name is 34. Some old club, it really wasn't even a lot of people there. I seen Young Cannon performing on stage. Mm-hmm. My friends were like, man, what the fuck that nigga doing there? They're like, he you know what I'm saying?
That's right, that's his passion.
That's right. And people was kind of just walking by, looking at it. Probably was a crowd of like 13 people. Mm-hmm. But he was out there. I seen the hustle. I seen the grind.
I remember him being too young to be in the club and his mom being there letting him perform. Yeah. I was like, wow, that's real dope.
Yeah.
So hey, that's how it works. And Dave Chappelle tells a story about how he was put in a club. His mom would let him perform because there was his passion for telling jokes and doing comedy. So when it's your passion, it's something that you're gonna do whether you get paid or not. You want to get paid, but that's how you know it's your passion. That's right. You gonna want to do it whether you get paid or not.
That's right. So I'm having fun.
Right.
Whatever it is I'm doing. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh man. As far as your favorite song, that's dope to know. Shout out to our artists in our city. What is your favorite old school song to put on for the ladies? I know you a heartthrob.
That's tough.
You a heartthrob, so it's I know they.
That's tough, man, because as a DJ, what the songs that I like is normally based off of the audience response.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I've been in. It depends on what gets the response. It might not necessarily be something that I just like. Yeah. To be honest with you, by the time I leave and I go home, my house is quiet.
Yeah.
I don't normally have any music unless it's something I'm producing and with my studio at the house.
Yeah.
But other than that, I'm not listening to really any music at the house because I hear it so much. Like
See, I'm the opposite. I needed to cook. I needed to
Right.
want my baby to grow up to have the nostalgia of hearing.
There you
so
go.
I'm constantly playing music.
That's
I'm in the
good.
shooting
That's
in the
smart.
gym, so I need music. I love music. I'm driving. I don't. Even I get in my thoughts, I'm just But that makes sense though. You're around it. I probably get fried at the studio.
It's like if you worked at McDonald's, you get tired of hamburgers. You come home and you gotta eat another hamburger. It's like, oh, I've been eating hamburgers all day.
Yeah, me, I be done fucked up because like it'd be Sunday or something. I be done put on R. Kelly. Hit it hard from the back. And then I be done, I want to play. They be like, nah, play this. Nah, I want to hear this right now. I want to hear Lil Baby right now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what's up, man. I thank you again, man.
My little problem, bro.
Oh, we got Tabari on the show, man.
I'm in the building.
Nephew,
What?
Sit down.
What?
Tabari Daniels.
Another one.